Joakim Herlin-Ljunglöf. I'm the marketing manager of BTCX, Bitcoin service provider, first Bitcoin company in Sweden. My role there is to manage all the marketing communications, all the Facebook stuff, the Twitter stuff, the copywriting, the websites, all the communication.
How did you first get into Bitcoin?
I had heard of Bitcoin in the spring of 2013 when it was first picked up by mainstream media, and early that summer, I happened to rent some space in an office where there was also a Bitcoin company doing their business. And I helped out with some stuff, and I came to get employed there, work for them full time.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was BTCX, first Bitcoin company in Sweden.
And how big's the team there over at BTCX?
It varies. We have several consultants working for us, but not full time. And altogether, we are 8 to 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of a distributed team, at least parts of it. So we're not all in the same office. But yeah, 8 to 12.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about how it is operating a exchange in Sweden, particularly?
Sometimes it's quite hard work because the banks of Sweden and the authorities of Sweden are just now trying to get a grip on Bitcoin and what is this thing and what is going on and what are you doing really. And some things they understand and some things they don't understand. But the authorities actually are quite friendly and nice to deal with. They ask relevant questions and we do our best to answer them.
So you would say operating an exchange in Sweden in comparison to other countries, you would say Sweden is probably one of the more lenient?
Well, yes and no. I do know we have a Bitcoin teller machine, a Bitcoin ATM, if you will, in our office, and it has a very intricate way of making people identify themselves before they can use it. And I know that in other European countries they don't have that problem. You can just put up a Bitcoin machine in the lobby of a hotel and go. We don't have that luxury. There needs to be lots of AML and KYC stuff. And the same goes for our major service, the bt.cx website. Clients need to send in a lot of personal information, like a picture of their ID card and stuff like that.
You were in the news recently about there was some demands being put on the exchange.
Yes, the tax authorities demanded information from us. They demanded that we reveal Bitcoin addresses of the Bitcoin addresses that we use to manage our exchange. And they were also interested in the personal Bitcoin addresses of our clients. But we told them that this is not like giving someone your account number at the bank. This is like providing your full account history for all time, for the future, as long as you use the same Bitcoin address. So this is a much more private piece of information. We tried to explain to them that this is not like a snapshot of your account history or account information. This will provide you with the ability to follow it forever.
And you won that case, or how did that turn out?
Actually, we lost the case, but we felt that it was a victory nevertheless, because they didn't ask for what they wanted to begin with.
So they compromised?
There was a compromise reached, yes.
What are you working on currently?
Making people discover Bitcoin. Yeah.
So you're evangelical?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm evangelical. I'm a bit more pragmatic than that, but I certainly do wish that lots and lots of more people discovered Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is still, it's been around for a while now, but I would consider it to be in a very early phase still. For example, it's a tiny percent of people out there who have a Bitcoin wallet and buy and sell Bitcoin and maybe use Bitcoin to buy stuff. And the early adapter part of any audience, any population, is often considered to be like 10-12%. So in European terms, that would mean tens of millions of people have yet to discover and get their first Bitcoin.
And what are some techniques that you're using to bring people into the realm of using Bitcoin? How are you going about it?
Word of mouth and social media, and we try our best to get into the regular media, and we've founded and created and launched the first Bitcoin embassy in Sweden.
Yeah, can you elaborate a little on
Yes,
what's happening there?
We are fortunate enough to have our office space in a really cool entrepreneurial place called Epicenter, and they were kind enough to agree to us hosting the Stockholm Bitcoin embassy in the office. And we had an inauguration, and a guy from the Swedish Parliament was there. Very friendly chap. He's doing good stuff for the Bitcoin community. And he cut the blue-yellow ribbon. And we got on the news and everything. And just recently they got in touch with us from the Swedish radio and asked, hello, Bitcoin Embassy, is there anybody there who can come over to us and speak about Bitcoin for a while? And of course we were happy to do that.
Where do you see BTCX in, 2 years from now, 5 years from now?
2 years, 5 years, that's eons in Bitcoin time. I would imagine we are a major European Bitcoin service provider, and maybe we would first and foremost still be into exchange, buying, selling Bitcoin, much like Forex, where you buy your tourist currency, but for Bitcoin. And maybe we would get into other digital currencies or virtual currencies as well. Take it as it comes.
Are you looking at any other, integrating any other currencies, digital currencies at the moment?
Not really, no. That may be Litecoin, but...
Nothing concrete?
No, there's nothing concrete in that field.
Okay.
And then there's payments, of course. We're also moving into payments, making it possible for regular stores and online merchants to accept Bitcoin as payment.
And how are you selling that concept to merchants?
Well, if I'm talking to a merchant, I would tell him that if you want one-click buy to be a reality, this is your thing right here. Because it is really, that, I want it, buy, bought, done. It's really speedy. It's really, I have used Bitcoin for online shopping a few times now, and I am still surprised that it just says blip, and there you go. It's paid. It's done. it amazes even me, and I'm supposed to know what's going to happen. Yeah. So you quickly get tired of all the regular ways of methods of payment.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, I was thinking about the digital wallets and all that. Digital wallets such as Secure, for example, a thing that Seamless is providing here in Sweden. It used to be the talk of the town. It's kind of it's kind of going away, actually, and I could have told them why from the beginning, because they just provide another way of doing the same old thing with the same old currency, passing the same old people as with my regular credit card that I always use, and it works, and I wasn't really looking for something to replace it. But saying that, I realize that I will have to answer a lot of those questions when it comes to Bitcoin as well. Well, why would I suddenly start using Bitcoin when I have this credit card right here in my pocket? True, all true. However, at least Bitcoin provides something new. It's peer-to-peer, and it will give you the one-click buy and all that. So
peer-to-peer is one of Bitcoin's greatest value propositions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the market requires such an innovation? I mean, it passes a lot of responsibility onto the individuals, right?
It does. Many would claim that that's a good thing.
I think a lot of people I talk to about it, they say, well, we use a bank because of the security trust associated with a well-known bank, and it makes our lives easier, more relaxed, that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
But
unless you're Greek and the bank closes.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
So what's happening really is that there's people that are willing to learn how to look after their own assets and their own currencies, and I would put myself in that bracket. But many people don't want that responsibility, I think, and I think that's a difficult bridge to get over.
Sure. But one thing is true. You can go on for the rest of the week about capitalism and all that. But one thing is true, that if there is a need, there will show up someone who wants to solve the problem and provide a solution for you. And that will happen in these cases also. I'm dead certain.
Okay, thanks.